Hi everyone, it's Lori Pinto from Lollipop Paper and LollipopPaperandInk.com. I wanted to come on quick today to finally get a chance to get into my Stamparatus and to do a little video to just show you some features and to see how we could do a three-step stamp. If by chance I refer to it as the Stamparatus, that is probably from my preschool teaching days, and sometimes it just slips out. I don't know why my brain does that, but it does. So please forgive me if it does. Okay, so let's get started. I chose this watercolor wing stamp set because it has the 3 steps, and I want to be able to show you how we can take advantage of, you could do up to 4 steps, but we're going to use both sides of these plates in order to achieve our 3-step stamping. The magnets are held. They have little storage boxes, containers underneath. They are super strong. You just do everything you can to try to get the mentality of keeping them separate. If they do come together, they could break or they could hurt you, or you could have a hard time getting them to be released from each other. So just keep that in mind. So what I did here to start out with is I put a piece of grid paper underneath. You don't have to, but the reason I do that is because I wanted to show you if you wanted to do more than one of a card with this same stamp, and just to save on time, because this is a time saver anyway, but to save on time, what I would do, I'm just going to turn that over. What I would do is just put a little line outlining where I have the paper. So this way your stamps are already going to be set on your plates. You just have to replace it and put the paper right back where it was here. So that's just one little tip for you. So I like to start out with, and everybody does this differently, but mine are usually with, I start with the solid image first, and I do the the lighter color first, and then I'm going to build my color and the detail up with that. So I'm going to start out with my lighter image, which is the Peekaboo Peach. So I place it here first. I want to pick up, and you place it stamp side down. I got to get my magnet back on there. And you pick it up with the plate like that. So I'm using Peekaboo Peach here for my lighter color, and I'm going to top it up with the Pumpkin Pie, which is a darker color naturally. And I did not choose this by mistake, the Peekaboo Peach. I want you all to remember that this is a 2016-2018 in color, so it will be going away in June with our new catalog. We'll have new in colors to deal with. So use it up or get it now, because once that catalog comes out and the retiring items come out, it's going to be very difficult to get one if you like this color, and I do love this color. So okay, that's my first image. I'm going to leave that there. Now this next one I wanted to show you, I'm using the Pumpkin Pie, which is a darker color anyway, but I really want to have 3 layers. I'm using 2 colors, but I kind of want 3 shades of that color. So what I'm going to do is I want to use this one next, but I'm going to stamp off on this one. So I'm going to place it here where I want it. Now I'm going to use my top plate, come back in just to pick that up, and now I'll show you how to stamp off with using the Stamparatus. So I'm going to do the same thing. This is my Pumpkin Pie, which is a little darker, but I want it even just 1 shade lighter. So I'm just going to give it a quick touch with that, and then I'm going to come back down and put my second layer on there, and I'm going to give that a nice good press all around. Okay, so you can see here, let me get this back, that it's just a little bit darker on the inside. So now I want to come back in and put the fine detail. I'm going to place it because I'm not sure where to place it yet, so this is what does all the work for you. And this one I'm going to do full strength. So I take this plate off, turn it around, and pick it up with that one. Okay, now I'm going to give it some full strength here. And let's see how that comes out. So pretty, right? Oh, love it. Okay, so I want to put the body in. Now let me just give you one more little tip about the body here. And I know there's a scientific word for this, but I cannot remember what it is right now. So when I first tried this, you see how strong that is? It just grabbed it. Yikes. Come on over here. So the first time I was playing around with this, I put the body too far up. So knowing that I want to use the framelit dies, I thought, well, this time I'm going to be smarter, and I'm going to make sure that it fits, because my body was way over the framelit. So this will just give me an idea. And now I'm going to turn this one around to pick this guy up and get rid of that. This one I'll just do in Sahara sand. Just a quick little punch of that, and I'm a little off, but I think that's because I moved my paper. Let me just try that again. If I move it over, he'll have a double body. That's all right. A little bit thicker, but that's fine. That's cute. It makes a little outline. So that's it. There you have it. It is super simple. You've used all 4 sides of these 2 plates to get a great image. Now, if I wanted to do this again, I have more, you know, if I'm doing a mass production of these card fronts, I would just make sure that the card is trimmed to the same size, and I would just put it right back in there, and everything is set to go. Everything is in the exact place that I would want it to be. So I would just do 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. So let me just add 2 little tips that I learned along the way here. The Stamparatus does come with this cushion underneath, which is good for the photopolymer stamps, and you just take it off when you're using the rubber stamps, and because you have that space in between. I still felt like I was pushing too hard. It was bending a little bit. So you check out yours, but I put a little extra one underneath mine. It's small. I mean, it's much thinner, but I just felt a little more comfortable that it wasn't dipping into the middle. So that's one thing, but you know, that's just me. You see how it goes for you. The other thing was, when I was opening this up and when I was inking up my stamps here, I felt like it wasn't stable. I felt like, because I was at an angle, and so what I do is I just take the stamp set that I'm working on, just put that right underneath the plate, and it works fabulous. It's complete. It's exactly the right size. So now when you're stamping, there's no give. It's completely flat, and you're good to go. And I would do the same to the top one if I had whatever, if I put another stamp set there, just so you're dealing with a flat surface, which is always good. You don't want things bouncing around. So that's just 2 things that are good to know. So super simple. I was lucky enough to get one of these Stamparatuses with the first release, and I just received mine a few weeks ago. So if you got it on the second release, you should get it within the next 2 weeks, I hope. And if not, it will be available in the annual catalog, which comes out in June. So I hope you take advantage of it. It's not expensive, and it is a lifesaver and a time saver for sure. So thanks so much for visiting me today. I hope you come back soon. Leave any comments or questions you have right here on the at the bottom of the video, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks again. Have a great day.